Hey, my loves. It's your Empress Divine Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. This is the weekly tarot reading for Leo. Leo. Lovely, lovely lionesses, Leo. From November 12th to November 19th, I'll be pulling a goddess guidance card to do the intuitive reading first, and then I will spread out some tarot cards, 8 or more, if needed, to just round out the story and see what's really going on. Make sure you check out the general that I posted for all signs so that you can take advantage of that energy as well. The title was like transformation and great blessings, which is kind of a message that we got throughout the whole reading. And take a look at your other placements as well. So let's get into what we have going on for Leo. You royal, regal lionesses, you kings and queens of the jungle, stately Leos, courageous Leos, brave Leos, tamers of beasts Leos, the beast to be tamed Leos, or the untamable Leos, I should say. Proud Leos, loving Leos, passionate Leos. What energy do you have surrounding you from November 12th through November 19th, Leo? You have inner goddess. And I don't think you'll have any problem at all tapping into that energy. This is Aphrodite energy. It says, awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So I feel like this is really a call to just be 100% yourself. If you feel like roaring, roar. If you feel like dancing, dance. If you feel like singing, sing. If you feel like twerking on a tabletop somewhere, by all means, do so, Leo. And just do what feels good to you. Do what feels good. Speak from the heart. Come from the heart in everything that you do. And that's pretty much, Leo's MO anyway. Come from the heart. you know some people may look at you and say that you steal the thunder, or you snatch the spotlight from others, but uh, if they let it be snatched, it was never theirs. How about that? And I'm a Leo moon, so I understand you in a way that many people will never understand Leo. I really understand Leo. Listen, love yourself. Know that you are a goddess. Know that you are the walking manifestation of God Himself. I feel like Leo is God's signature, proof that there is something divine pushing us all through life, something unapologetic that is within all of us that maybe only a few of us ever get to release, that only a few of us ever get to exhibit within ourselves. But it's proof that that thing exists, that undeniable, unstoppable, loving creative force, the light that inspires growth. I feel like you're tuning into that this week, Leo. And I think you're going to feel good about it. Pay attention to the things that make you feel good, the things that make you feel at ease, the things that give you that tingle in the pit of your stomach, the things that make you feel like you're falling from that first drop on the highest roller coaster. Pay attention to those things. Tend to that fire. Anything else that does not burn with such passion, let it go. Know you are divine. Appreciate your divinity. Be a channel for divinity here on earth. Lord knows we need it. So, Tarot, round out this story of why the goddess guidance card for Aphrodite and inner goddess came forward for Leo. Tell us a story, Tarot. Let us know what's going on for Leo during the week of November 12th through 19th. November 12th through 19th. November 12th through 19th for Leo. November 12th through 19th. Eight of Staffs, King of Swords, Ace of Cups, Four of Staffs, Knight of Coins, Three of Swords, King of Coins, Page of Swords. All right. I see swords here, so mentality is going to play a big part here. I think an inner knowing is very important this week. It's a part of, I guess, knowing that you're a goddess, having that inner knowing. Staffs here. I see 4 of staffs, 8 of staffs, and these are grand energies here. Grand energies. The 4 is Cancer energy, 8 is Scorpio energy. So those numbers, that is water energy. So the energy I feel will be an emotional energy, like a passion, a deep nurturing passion, a deep nurturing respect, a love, you know. I think that energy will overshadow this week. And then we have 2 kings. Mm. 2 kings, some very stately energy, very strong energy, very regal, royal, will not be moved type of energy we have here. So that's just a brief overview. I don't see, there's no major arcana. So I don't think this is a week where you'll have many surprises. I don't feel like there's anything that'll necessarily sneak up on you. But there could, there's always something to tend to, always something to pay attention to on our journey. So let's get into that. For Monday here, we have the 8 of staff. So I think that you're in your flow, I feel, Monday or today. You're in your flow, jumping off this week. There's a certain path or strategy that you're following, a certain plan that you're following, and just really beasting it out, getting it done. Wherever you find yourself in beast mode, I think that is the 8 of staffs energy here. And it could be something that's maybe different from what you're used to doing. Maybe your routine has changed, but it is a certain routine or plan that you're following. I don't feel like this is a something that you've been doing for a long time. So I do feel like there is a change in your normal route or your normal mode of action, your normal work pace or workload. But it's just because it's not your normal or not your usual or something old doesn't mean that it isn't strategic. I feel like you have adopted this new plan or this new way of doing something because you definitely have a plan and you have clear intentions. So you're beasting out action in a very organized, methodical way. The King of Swords tells me that there's a decision that has been made, like a final decree. Like this is what it is, this is what I think, this is what I'm gonna do. Nothing can change that. And because you're so clear with your intention, you are in a fertile place. The king here is sitting between these looks like 2 rivers, and in my mind, I hear Fertile Crescent. That beautiful place, the head of civilization, the place from which so much growth and trade and so many things could happen here. So much growth happened in this place because it was between the Tigris and the Euphrates, and there's these 2 rivers where everything is growing and the ground is perfect for anything you plant into it really is just ripe for growing. So I feel like you're in a fertile place where you're very clear on what it is that you're getting into by Tuesday. Wednesday's card here is the Ace of Cups. So I think you may have a emotional blessing, an emotional epiphany, something that's fulfilling for you. Or as a result of the actions that you've been taking, you get some type of reward. You get to see that, okay, this is going somewhere. The thing that I'm passionate about, that I am focusing on, that I'm so dead sure on, and that I want to grow, it's getting watered. I just talked about you being in this fertile place between 2 rivers or between 2 flows here, and look at some of it spilling over, into your land. So don't think that anything that you're doing is for naught. Like there's nothing that you're doing that's to no avail. Everything that you're doing is adding up. Excuse me, is adding up, and I think you will get some evidence of that, some type of emotional gift, some type of answered prayer, something happening. I feel like on Wednesday that'll let you know that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is where I want to be going. Also, the Ace of Cups and the 4 of Staffs card here right beside each other, I feel like, and especially following that King of Swords, who can be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra energy, a masculine energy here. If not you making a final decision or getting dead set and seeing the bigger picture. You might even be seeing the bigger picture about a person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, male here, that gives you emotional fulfillment. Is like maybe you want, there's like a step up here. Maybe he shows you a little bit more emotion than usual, and you can see, like, this happy ending for you guys. You can see you all stepping into this chapter of celebration, of happiness, of coming together, because this is a marriage card here. And these staffs, even though they have the hooks in this particular deck, usually it's just like, straight up and down on a lot of decks, so you don't see those hooks at the top, and that looks like 1111. So maybe if you talked to someone yesterday on November 11th, and you came together with somebody, maybe that union is blessed in a way, or it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. You could be getting emotional fulfillment out of that, or somebody could extend some type of loving offer to you out of that connection that you made on November 11th, if you made that connection with anyone, Leo. Here we get into, I think, yeah, this is the Friday card. So the Knight of Coins is, to me, that's like evidence. You see something moving. The Knight of Coins doesn't really rush in to give gifts, and it's not always going to be the most extravagant of gifts, whatever that he's giving over. But I do see that it is something that you will want. So it's evidence of something that you've been waiting on or you've been wanting, that it's moving forward. And the Knight is the knight is honorable about what he does. The Knight of Coins anyway is very honorable about what he does. So he takes his time. This is something that I do feel like you've been waiting for. Maybe something that you've been putting your action into. Like maybe you've been consistent about making something work with the King of Swords. If it's not some type of situation, if it's not like some type of academic situation or business plan that you're actively putting your work into, it could be actually the King of Swords representing a person here, Leo. Some air sign male that you've been consistent in working on building a relationship with and building emotional fulfillment with, and you getting that, and you'll see evidence of that by Friday. It's like maybe the relationship will look a lot different than how it looked, today, than how it started off. Maybe you'll see some evidence that the effort that you're putting into it all is working. Now, what I want to draw your attention to here as we move to this Three of Swords card is how, yeah, there's that, the daggers or the swords in the heart, and the whole heartbreak thing that surrounds the Three of Swords card. It looks like a very gloomy and harsh card, but you see how that hand was out right here? It's like, oh, it stuck me in my heart. My hand is out, and you see how this hand is coming forth here? It's like, yeah, we may have had some, it may have been some mess, or I may have experienced some heartbreaks with this person or in this situation. But like I was saying here, where a decision has been made and you see things from a bigger picture and you are clear that this is what you want to go after, something in the past, or this connection may have caused you some type of heartbreak, or caused you to feel that your heart is ripped out, or your heart has been torn, or your heart has been pierced or injured in some way. But look at you still reaching out. And I feel like I was saying, this could be inconsistent, like staying down with the situation. Basically, that's the ride or die fool card. Like continuing to be in that ride or die energy, like you still gonna give your energy over to this situation, because you see, like, I have these two birds here in the sky, this sword pointed up at them. The two birds see the bigger picture. So I feel like two parties may be seeing the bigger picture, especially if there are two air signs together. If you're an air sign, the other person is an air sign, and Leo is like one of your other placements, or you have air in one of your other placements, and the other person has air in their placements. And it's like the two of you able to see the bigger picture together. Air signs are mental people. So you're able to see the bigger picture together, and maybe this is something that you both want to fight for on one accord. So, that oneness is bringing you emotional fulfillment. You know that y'all will eventually come together, even if you have to weather storms like this. You decided that, yeah, we still gonna fight together. Like we in it to win it, and you get evidence of that. So even regardless of any conflict you may have felt in terms of matters of the heart, it's like you're still reaching out and you're getting that evidence that this is worth it. And whatever happens here with this Three of Swords energy, that which affected the heart and maybe didn't feel so good was a sting to the heart. Really, all it is teaching you. Because when you have things that pierce the heart the way they do, it's something that you need to learn. You know, all things happen for a reason. And what you learn from these piercing situations or things that may not feel so good, they actually help you. They help you to become more strategic in the future. They help you to be able to maneuver in the future. You may actually even be conversing, excuse me, about about how you can grow from such a dark past or a situation that was hurtful in the past. You may be discussing how you can grow from it. Now we have the King of Coins energy down here. So whoever this Gemini, Aquarius, Libra person is, or if it's you, there's also some energy here, you know, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. And this is a very fruitful, calm energy. There's not much to really worry about. You know what's going on in your kingdom. You're very confident in what it is that you have created around you. Very confident in where the future is headed. And I think you have that confidence as a result of this Ace of Cups, that emotional step forward or that emotional manifestation, that gift or that blessing that fulfills you, that happens on Wednesday or earlier in the week. You know, by Sunday, by toward the end of this week, by the time I'm ready to post the next week's tarot, it's like I feel like you're sitting in a good place. Like, you know, that things are moving in your favor, that things are going the way you want them to go, even if it's not necessarily a relationship. Like I was saying, whatever new plan of action or whatever new way it is that you are conducting yourself now, where you have made a clear decision, you see the big picture, you know this is what you want, you get emotional fulfillment in some way from it. You have something to celebrate about it. You know, you have some evidence that how you're moving in this situation is prospering, that it is profitable. And even the times when it didn't seem like it was right for you, it was just lessons that you needed to learn so that you could have all the facts, you know, so that you could see the bigger picture and have a full aerial view of what's going on. You want to make sure you've covered all bases, even if all the bases don't feel so good. You have evidence of that, so you know what the hell is going on. You sitting here like the King of Coins because there's nothing in the kingdom that the king doesn't know about. You know, there are no secrets that can be kept from the kingdom. You know, you're protected. You have your militia ready and willing to act up if need be. You have your servants that do what you need them to do. And you know, of course, it's not literal. You may not literally have servants, but you just have things working in your favor. When I say servants, that's what I mean. Like, you have things working in your favor. You have people working on your behalf, doing the things that will help you to move along wherever it is that you're going. And with this Page of Swords, I actually feel like this is a card that's about being able to have a little bit of mental rest. The page is I like to say low vibrational, but I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. Like, it's not low vibrational meaning that, you know, it's it's bad for you, or it's a malicious force or a malicious card or anything. What I mean is that it's not something that you have to give a lot of energy to. And with the sword being about thought or being about strategy, maybe potentially a conflict, I feel like this is saying that you won't have to give a lot of energy to a conflict, especially after this King of Coins card. It's like, I'm in a good place. I know this is stable. I know this is solid. If this has to do with the relationship here, it's like, I know this person, you know, they fulfill me. We gonna make this thing work. I know I'm gonna make this thing work because, you know, I'm gonna carry my end of it. I'm gonna come forth and care and be good and be loving on my end of things. That's a decision that I've made, you know. And I feel like this is a good person to invest in. I feel like he's a solid person. He's somebody who may be a good provider or a good protector. So this is a good energy to invest in. Maybe you feel like even if you see the risk associated with it, I think you still feel like this is somebody that you can invest in. So, it's worth it for you. So you don't have much worry. It's kind of like a lackadaisical, whatever kind of energy here with the Page of Swords. It's like by the start of next week, like, I'm aware of what's going on. Like I do have an awareness. You see, he's pulling his sword. He was like, okay, I see something coming up. I'm aware of it. So it's like you're on guard, but you're not necessarily afraid or you're not necessarily worried. I feel like with this energy here, especially having it up under the Four of Staffs card, which is like a celebration, a happy energy. It's like being happy in the home. You might even have an offer to like move in with this person. Being that staff is like a moving energy, like a kinetic energy, and four has to do with like home and family. And that would be something to celebrate if you really care for this person. Like maybe y'all have decided to move forward and you're firm in that decision. You don't have any doubts because you're in your inner goddess energy. You know the type of power that you carry, so there's not really much insecurity, even with that Three of Swords card. Having experienced maybe the hurtful period or some heartbreak or some stabs to the heart, some growing pains, even having experienced all of that, you're still in that inner goddess, you know, energy. You're like, I can get through anything. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what feels good to me. This Eight of Staffs card to me also represents the energy of what Abraham Hicks calls rockets of desire. It's like, I have my mind set on this. I see the bigger picture. I'm investing. I know what I want. I'm very clear on my intentions. I know exactly what it is that I want to manifest emotionally with, whoever or this person. So I'm going to act on that. You know, I'm going to act in alignment with that higher purpose. You see, pointing upward where those two birds are, it's like right there, parallel with where he's pointing at. And the sword is like I'm fighting for that higher position. And the two birds, I just see two people soaring or whatever. So that's why I was thinking of the two air cards, and I'm seeing some earth energy here. And this is like emotional fulfillment. I see a lot of air and earth. Honestly, that's mostly what I see. The energy that I'm seeing here, or the fire that I'm seeing here, is more so like the energy that you're putting into something. Because the King of Swords is holding a staff as well. Also, the King of Coins is holding a staff. So that's two staffs here and those two staffs there. So it has to do a lot with what you're focusing on and how you're acting and the energy that you're keeping about something. You're keeping your energy in alignment with a certain higher goal that you have. And nothing you've experienced is going to sway you from that. You're solid. The King of Coins is like 10 toes down. He ain't in a rush to get nowhere. Like, he big chilling. At least the King of Swords is like sitting up. King of Coins is chilling so hard that he's not getting up anytime soon. He might as well have a remote in his hand and a big screen TV in front of him. Like, he's chilling. And I think because of that energy before the Page of Swords, this is more of like, I don't have much to worry about. I'm just resting. It's like you're resting. This could even be somebody putting the sword down. He was like, okay, I've been through these battles. I've, you know, I've said I'm gonna fight for this union. I'm accepting this emotional, blessing that we have over our union. I believe that things are moving forward for us. Things are stabilizing, that we're doing good, we're doing better. And, I'm done fighting. I'm putting my sword away. I feel like it's less of an not emotional, I feel like it's less of a mental battle as you move through this week and into the next week. This thing that you've decided to invest all of your energy in is like, I'm not really fighting it anymore. Even if something comes up that doesn't feel too good to me, nothing can really sway me away from this King of Swords energy because I've made the decision. And Leo is a fixed energy. When you make up your mind, that's it. And I feel like you're making up your mind this week, or by the end of the week, you've made up your mind. You're putting your sword away. So whatever comes up is like, I'm not going to fight it. I just kind of know. And that inner knowing is that inner goddess. You believe in your ability to manifest what it is that you want, and you trust that knowing. You don't really have to fight anything. If this resonates, also along with that general reading for all signs that says that transformation and great blessings is happening, then you may contact me if you want a personal reading about any specific situation. I do text, email, and phone readings. The information is in the description box. I am your Empress Divine. Thank you so much for watching. I will be moving on to Virgo next. See you later. Bye.